In the last Wizard subclass video, we went over the Bladesinger, Order of the Scribe, School of Abjuration, and School of Conjuration. In this video, we'll be going over the schools of Divination, Enchantment, Evocation, and Illusion. So without further ado, hello adventurers, and thank you for joining me on Weaver's Wonderful World. I was hoping I could fit the next 6 subclasses into the video, but unfortunately that was not the case, so I'll be doing 4 videos instead of 3. All who seek diviners are looking for answers, of the past, present, and future, be they royalty or commoner alike. Space, time, and consciousness are what the diviners strive to open the veil of. They work to uncover the mysteries of the realms, with spells of discernment, remote viewing, supernatural knowledge, and foresight. So, Divination Savant cuts gold and time to copy divination spells in half. Upon second level, after choosing School of Divination, the wizard begins to see glimpses of the future. This is a good roleplay aspect the Dungeon Master can use to fuck. Look, I'm getting sick of you censoring me. When I find you, this ends. Anyways, the Dungeon Master can use it to their advantage, giving the diviner glimpses of what they have in store. The diviner rolls 2d20s and records them. They are allowed to swap any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check made by themselves or a creature they can see with one of the foretold rolls, effectively changing the future through their foresight. At 6th level, the diviner has such expertise that when casting a divination spell of 2nd level or higher, they may regain 1 spell slot of a lower level than the spell casted. This is restricted, however, as the spell slot cannot be over 5th level. The diviner can now see into the Veil of Perception. Upon 10th level, they are allowed 1 of 4 abilities, until they undergo a long rest. Dark Vision, allowing them to see up to 60 feet in low or no light. Ethereal Sight, giving them visions into the ethereal plane up to 60 feet. Greater Comprehension lets them read any language. And see Invisibility, which is pretty self-explanatory. Yes, another way for the DM to strongly influence the party via meta-knowledge. The diviner starts dreaming of the future, painting a clear picture of what is to come. They can now roll 3 d20s instead of 2. As an enchanter, the wizard is very, well, enchanting. Charm is the main effect of this school, but there's more to it than just magically charming others. Though this is the premise nonetheless. Like every other school of magic, the School of Enchantment, giving Enchantment Savant cutting in half the time and cost to copy enchantment spells into the wizard's spellbook. The enchanter is so alluring that their soft words and dazzling gaze can enthrall another, whether man or monster. At 2nd level, the enchanter will choose 1 creature they can see within 5 feet. If the creature can see or hear them, they must succeed a wisdom saving throw. If they cannot, they are charmed by the wizard and are visibly dazed. This charm lasts until the wizard's next turn or until they move 5 feet away from the target. However, on their next turn, they can choose to extend this effect. The enchanter is so charming they can cause an enemy to target another creature instead of themselves. At 6th level, the creature attacking the enchanter must make a wisdom saving throw against the enchanter's spell save DC. If it fails, they must target another creature who is within attack range. If the save is successful, the effect cannot be used on that creature again until after a long rest. The wizard is more enchanting than ever. When casting enchantment spells that target only 1 creature, the wizard can target 2 instead. This is where we get into more cunning enchanter abilities. Once the wizard reaches 14th level, they are able to remove the understanding that the enchanter magically affected their minds before the spell expires. If the target cannot succeed on an intelligence saving throw, they can choose to wipe a few hours from the target's memory, equal to 1 plus the wizard's intelligence modifier. This is a really good way to fuck. On to the next school of magic. Evocation's the name, elemental dominance is the game. Evocation wizards focus on the destructive capabilities of the elements, like searing flames, crackling lightning, rolling thunder, the bitter cold, and burning acid. Evocation wizards will generally join militaries as artillery blasting enemies from afar, or venture into the world to protect the weak, or take advantage of them depending on their morals. Once this school is chosen at 2nd level, the wizard gains Evocation Savant. And we all already know what this does, just with evocation spells. Sometimes stuff happens, and in the heat of battle, the wizard could accidentally get an ally caught in one of their spells. Well, starting at 2nd level, the wizard can do something about that, effectively choosing 1 plus the spell's level and targets. These targets automatically succeed their saving throw for the spell and take no damage from it. The wizard is able to affect the creature they are targeting, with damage cantrips even if the target manages to avoid the brunt of the effect. On a successful saving throw, the creature still takes half damage from that cantrip, but suffers no additional effects. Once the wizard hits 10th level, they can add their intelligence modifier to 1 damage roll of an evocation spell they cast. Now listen closely. This doesn't say to only 1 spell. This says to 1 damage roll of an evocation spell. So the wizard can do this every time they cast an evocation spell. Maximum Destruction! That's right, with this ability starting at 14th level, the Evocation Wizard can deal maximum damage. For an evocation spell, they cast between 1st and 5th levels. So that fireball casted at 5th level? Yeah, it'll automatically deal 60 points of fire damage to anyone who fails their saving throw. Now, this does come at a cost, however. After the first use, once finishing a long rest, if the wizard casts a damage spell again, at maximum damage with this ability, they will suffer 2d12 damage as well. Past the second time, the damage will increase by 1d12 per the spell's level. So use this ability sparingly, otherwise it really could mess up the wizard's day. Dazzling the mind with illusions of impossibility that could fool even the wisest of folks. The illusionist focuses their magic on the subtle craft of tricking others, with illusions of the smallest and greatest magnitude. Illusionists are benign tricksters who set out to entertain the masses, or sinister masters of deception crafting their illusions to fool those around them. Upon taking this school of magic at 2nd level, the wizard gains Illusion Savant, and hopefully after the first 5 schools, I won't have to explain. What? Why are you censoring me? I wasn't even going to say anything bad. Fine. It cuts the cost of gold and time for copying illusion spells in half. There, are you happy now? Upon taking School of Illusion at 2nd level, the illusionist gains Minor Illusion as a free cantrip. I mean, why wouldn't they get it for free? They are masters of illusion. As well, when casting it, the illusion can create both sound and image off of the one single spell. Reaching 6th level gains the illusionist the ability to change the nature of their illusions that have a duration of 1 minute or more. Of course, if this is within the spell's parameter, the illusionist can change the properties of the spell by using one of their actions. Once at 10th level, the illusionist's instincts are pushed to the forefront, and they can reflexively create an illusion of theirself if they are being attacked. That attack automatically misses and the illusion disappears after. Again, this instinct is good for the wizard's defense, since they tend to have the lowest hit points among the party. Reality is a weird concept, but to the illusionist, their illusions are reality. With this ability, the illusionist can create one object from an illusion spell they cast at 1st level or higher, and make it real for the duration of the spell. However, there is a drawback for combat. These illusions cannot inflict damage or directly harm anyone. An example of this would be creating a ladder out of an illusion, to allow the rogue to scale a high wall with ease. Well, adventurers, that's it for this video. Going through the information for the wizard subclasses put a lot more about the class into perspective, so I have to make a part 3 and 4. But that's okay, the more videos I get to make, the longer the series will go. So thank you for joining me on Weaver's Wonderful World. As always, I'm your host, Ginsu Weaver. And remember, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and donuts are the best breakfast food. So eat up, stay healthy, and I'll catch you in the next rendition of D&D Discussions.